the mob with you. We could be the greatest, the ones who always make it. Yeah, I'm talking to you. They try to hate, but we won't change, coming for the kobo. We're gonna rise to the top, and they gonna fall. They think we're just dreamers, playing in the background, but we're building something big. They don't know, no, they don't speak our language. They say we drank the Kool-Aid, oh yeah, but we're the ones who know. We're gonna rise. Hey, are we gonna rise to the top? They said we never make it, but we won't stop. Hey, they wanna keep us down, but they can't hold us down no more. We're gonna rise to the top.
Hey, happy Friday, FOMO. Look at you. Look at you, all fresh and clean. Look at How's it going, man?
We got a big event tomorrow.
That's right, I know.
So we got the one and only one of the both Santisi brothers are in the office right now, bottling, finishing up the labels and everything, getting ready for a big event. That's where my background is. It's already set up.
Your background's already out and doing its thing.
It's already set up behind the table, brother.
I love it. That's awesome, man. Let me get over to the map. Let's get the map. Oh, there we go. I didn't have it up there, FOMO. I didn't even have it zoomed in.
It's okay.
I'm Fridays. That's what it does. I missed Friday. There we go. Got to check in. Let me get in there. Let me get the Opus AI app. Got to log in. I see West Coast. West Coast is all blue. Hey, the crypto summit. It's boring, man. It's boring, FOMO.
What do you mean?
It's just boring. Should have had some excitement. Yeah.
So tell me what happened.
We're gonna. It's just a lot of great things, but it's like everything else. The ETS is gonna be whatever. It's just crazy, but we shall see, man. Gonna be some. They're gonna be collecting Bitcoin though. I can see that.
They're excited. They're not excited. They're thrilled.
A little excited.
Hold on a second. Let's see. Since the announcement. Yeah, Bitcoin's up 2.47%. It's nothing. What's going on, Rick?
He said it's nothing. It's true. Even to the,
Right, Pacifico bar 2, just so you know.
What you say?
I said, did you hear that radio? It said Pacifico bar 2.
Pacifico. Oh, that sounds fancy.
No, I am at work today, Ray.
Yeah, you're working. I know.
You know what I'm saying? Shocking, isn't it, Ray? Hey, there we go, Ray. There's a that was a general.
That was a general out of Phoenix. Was that you?
It could be. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
That's so awesome. There you go.
You know what I'm saying, brother?
Susie Q. Hey, wise guys, here to get the power, the bolts. My crypto info. Right on, Susie Q. Get you some bolts. We're gonna be getting bolts at the end, but thank you for joining us. Good evening, wise guys. M2 Nomers. Good to see you, M2 Nomers. Right on. Appreciate you. Thanks for joining us. And Kingfisher, 2 days in a row. That's what I'm talking about, Kingfisher. What's up, wise guys? What's up, man? How you doing, bro? U.S. government now a Bitcoin. Yes. They did. They even said it in there. They're not selling. There's no selling. So appreciate you joining us there.
You said no selling?
No selling. It's a hodlers. Like you said, a hodlers.
How about diamond hands?
Kind of like that, yes.
What do you mean kind of like that? It's called diamond hands, right?
Well, you never know. I mean, people say this stuff, but I mean, administrations move and change all the time, right? I mean, what's the next one? Next one going to come and do an executive order and say we're going to dump it all, man? Because I'm some other token. I'm another token holder, right? All
GG,
good.
No good. GG, Ray. No
GG.
good. GG.
I'm just playing. Man. I'm just saying things. I'm just joking.
Hey, what is
that? Larry, what?
What is that thing right there? Looks like something.
That is Grok. That is Grok. That is Grok. That is Elon Musk PFP, man. It's a black hole. It's a black hole.
Well, something shooting out of it looks like a rock.
Well, no, that's it's part of the black hole. Yes.
Part of it, I guess.
Larry, wise guys dropping major news. We do for the pets on Fire Frickin' Friday. That's what I'm talking about, Larry. Right on, and we do. I got some things you ain't never heard of, and you should look into it. Maybe right? It's on you. So we do. We got some
happiness.
Huh? I got things you ain't even heard of them.
Did you find a can of happiness in where you live?
He said it can't happen. But thank you, Larry. Thank you for joining us, brother. Happy Fire Freaking Friday, wise guys.
You know what?
Yeah.
Crypto Buffy B, just so you know, your wife and I, excuse me, the boss lady right now, my brain was saying the same exact thing that she just said. I'm like, it looks like an infro,
I'll jump down because she's crazy. Yeah. Looks like an egg
being fertilized by artificial insemination. It looks like a needle breaking the cell walls of an. I thought that too.
Y'all are crazy.
Sick. We're sick.
Y'all are crazy, man. That's it.
Hey, what happened to her waterfall? That's not a waterfall.
No, she's back. That's our woods. That's our woods.
Yeah, that's 2 trees now. She's changing it up, Ray.
Yeah, well, that's the YouTube PFP. YouTube. But thank you, Crypto Buffy B, for joining us. And Dan.
Thank you, Dan. For changing the whole theme.
Steve, happy Crypto Friday, wise man. You the man, Steve. Thank you for joining us. Right on. There's Apex. Yo! Look, he's gonna lower. That's it. He's gonna make it go. He's gonna make it go. So I'm talking about Apex. Right on, brother. Good to see you. Ed, who in the government buys the Bitcoin for the government?
I'm taking a guess. Don't tell him.
Okay.
Treasury Secretary.
That's there's a couple.
That guy.
Well, right now, all they're doing is moving what they confiscated, right, into this. And I wish he didn't call it the digital Fort Knox. I wish he didn't say that because I was laughing.
United States digital gold. I know what he was going for.
Yes. What's up, boys? Comfy. You the man. Who's ready? Friday, mobbing. Oh, it is. Remember Zen Degen. Gonna be doing mobbing afterwards. Comfy saying it.
Yeah.
Mobbing. Right on, Comfy. Thanks for joining us, brother.
Cool AID.
There's George coming up for air. George, he's been working, man.
Cool AID lately.
DCA and dollar cost. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, but thank you, George. Appreciate you. I know you're working hard. My crypto adventures. Happy Friday, Web3 Wise Guys fam. Embracing crypto. Here we go. We are my crypto. Oh look, latest. Oh, mob social news. FOMO head.
I'll get on it right now.
Yeah, maybe we should start with that breaking news. Thank you, Michael. But the only reason, starting with this, while you're doing that, I brought this up because all you got to do now is tag. You just say @Grok, and Grok will reply and respond to you. Yeah. So anytime you're on a post, all you got to do is say @Grok, and Grok talks. Look, everybody's doing an @Grok. Yeah. @Grok, and there you go. He just doing his thing. See, so he did it, and then there you go. Right, just doing his thing. Just another little feature. Right, we were saying it's up here, but now all you got to do is tag, and Grok is interactive. He's doing his thing, and I'm going.
Maybe we should practice that tonight, right?
Sure.
During the job.
I like that.
Can you remember that? Let me write that down. @Grok.
What is this?
This is updated. It's Friday. It's updating.
Played a little video too while we're reading.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, shall we have fun? Look at that. Oh, we ain't got no sound, but it's all right. Look at that. Oh, all-time high. I saw it. Crypto in every pocket. That's important. In every pocket. Level up. Friends. Climb the ranks. Battles. Jobs. Got it all, man. Love it. Oh, portfolios. That's a good video. I love that video, man. It's an editing machine.
I seen your AI 166274.
AI 16Z, yes.
Yeah, I seen it.
Oh, look at start fun going.
I got you, Ray. It's like Star Wars.
Look at that. Love it. That's awesome.
Ray,
love it. Good stuff. You the man. You the man.
Oh, okay. That's why it's not playing sound. That gets you.
Oh, good. Yeah, we didn't have sound, but it's all right. We're
right there. Harness the power.
Everybody, hit the emojis. Light it up over there. Yeah. Appreciate it. Getting into it, FOMO. Look, I'm gonna start start right here. Brian
Why does
Armstrong.
that bald-headed guy look familiar?
That's the Coinbase CEO. That's Brian Armstrong.
I knew it. Those bald-headed guys, Ray. We
Yes.
stick together.
You do stick together, right? But look in the back. Got a Marine back there. That's the White House. And he just came out of the meeting. And we're going to take a listen. It's only a minute long. Take a listen.
Brian Armstrong, Coinbase CEO here. Just the West Wing is right behind me. We just left the Digital Asset Summit at the White House. It was an incredible event, really a historic moment for our industry. And President Trump has breathed life back into the crypto industry. Coinbase is planning to hire about 1,000 people here in the United States this year as a direct result of his actions already in the first 60 days or so. So these policies really matter. And this is the most pro-crypto Congress we've ever seen as well. All of you all out there helped elect pro-crypto candidates with standwithcrypto.org, and Fairshake, the super PAC out there, played a big role as well. So we're going to keep showing up, trying to be an educational resource, and see if we can get some legislation passed as a next step. There's already stablecoin legislation being drafted in the House and the Senate. There's a market structure legislation that'll help clarify which of these crypto assets are commodities, securities, payment tokens, or something else like artwork. And then I think we should get the strategic Bitcoin reserve that got announced last night codified into law too. So we're hoping Congress can work on that. Anyway, all of us can help as an industry to help show up and just appreciate President Trump's leadership here. I think the rest of the G20 are looking at America now on offense in this industry and will be likely to follow suit. So
America's on the offense. From my head, we're in. We're in.
I like offense, right?
Yeah, we're the hodlers. 200, almost just under 200,000 Bitcoin. It's Friday night, and these guys are at it for us. I appreciate you, MG3.
Thanks, MG3.
There you go. Appreciate you, man. But yes, getting into it, they had a fact sheet. They put it out. A little fact sheet. President Trump establishes the strategic Bitcoin reserve, and the other one, the U.S. digital asset stockpile. And the funny thing about the stockpile is we're not buying anything, right? It's just all seized crypto. And there's never going to be any purchases for the U.S. digital asset stockpile, FOMO. It's kind of weird.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about? Wait, are you didn't watch it at all?
Are they going to use the stuff they already have? They're not going to buy any more?
For this, the U.S. digital asset stockpile. There's two different things. The Bitcoin reserve, which again, that's why we were talking about it yesterday. There should be separation. There is nothing like Bitcoin, right? Like I was telling you, there was no pre-mining. It is decentralized. There is no, kind of centralized company like you talk about with XRP, right? 100% of that was pre-mined, right? It's a little different, right? So that's all I'm saying. So there is two different, huh?
I got you. So it says right there, the order creates a strategic Bitcoin reserve.
Yeah.
That will treat Bitcoin as a reserve asset. There you go.
Right. And
also establishing a U.S. digital asset stockpile. It's the paragraph below it, consisting of digital assets other than Bitcoin owned by the Department of Treasury that was forfeited in criminal or civil asset forfeiture proceedings.
Yeah.
Right.
So other places are going to evaluate their legal authority to transfer Bitcoin, right? So there's still ways to get more in, but the strategic Bitcoin reserve, they are going to be working on buying more of that. But that's why they're going to get, like he was talking about, Congress involved. You can't just, use the money Doge is saving, right? And start snatching up Bitcoin. Can't do that.
Don't talk to me like that, Ray.
And then look, this is a big point right here. The United States will not sell Bitcoin deposited into this strategic reserve, right? So, that's what's funny. Most people say, what are you going to do? Especially when you hear with guys, right? Guys and their wives. When are you going to sell the Bitcoin, right? You sell the Bitcoin, you're out of the game, right? There's no more game.
You're out of the game.
There's things that you could do for that Bitcoin, right? Sweet home Arizona. He's going to Rio Verde. Is that by you?
It's in the state. He's only probably about 2 hours away.
It's in the state. That's right.
Lou, come on, bye, Lou.
Honolulu. Get you some calamari, Honolulu. Yeah.
Come on, bye, Lou.
Jason, happy Fire Firkin Friday. Right on, man. Good to see you, Jason.
You know how famous you are, Ray, that you came up with Fire Firkin?
And there you go. Kingfisher. Right there. 200,000 they're holding. but they want to get to 1 million. That is something that they said and have put out there. Getting to 1 million, that's no slouch. That would be the biggest holder other than Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto also has 1 million. That has never moved. Going to the river tastes like wine. Going to jump in and drunk all the time.
Going to the river tastes like wine.
Honolulu, he's drunk. Right on, Honolulu. Love it.
Going to the river.
But they're not going to be putting any costs on Americans, right? They're not going to be going into debt to get Bitcoin. The only way that they can get it is, again, a neutral type thing, right? There's no going into debt to get Bitcoin. So here's the other one. It also establishes this U.S. digital asset stockpile, and it consists of digital assets other than Bitcoin owned by the Department of Treasury. Look, the government will not acquire additional assets for the U.S. digital asset stockpile beyond those obtained through forfeiture. That's it. Only forfeiture is how they're going to get these other tokens. Yeah. So there you go. That's what I'm saying. There's quite a difference between the two. And then again, I mean, we don't have to go through all. We know this kind of stuff. 21 million. We know this. Like quick crypto management gap. They're just kind of talking about so everybody understands that is not in crypto. What's going on here? Yeah. Here, wait. Was premature sales of Bitcoin have already cost US? Look, you remember? We sold $17 billion of Bitcoin already, FOMO.
Oh, it was 233 million.
It's all right, but today
17 billion.
Today it was worth 17 billion. Those clowns were selling it at $1,500.
I'm pretty sure I know the name of the president, but we're not going to say it. Just letting you know.
Happy Fire Frickin' Friday, KP Queen.
Good to you too, KP.
Yes, awesome.
You know what I'm saying, Ray?
But again, he's just dunking on people, saying delivering the pledge, to make crypto the U.S. the capital of crypto, the crypto world. So there you go. That's it, man. I mean, and other than that, it was just little conversations. It was funny. He called on the Winklevoss twins first.
Yeah, those guys are loaded.
Nothing against it, but I'm just saying all the other guys. I saw Michael Saylor down there. Hey, sir, and then Brian, Armstrong.
I mean, he's looking. He's like, you guys look like twins. Let me call him to see.
You guys, hey, used to
look similar together.
You caught my attention. Used to. That's right. Anyways,
and did Michael Saylor say anything during the event?
Not when the media was in there. He booted the media, and then they stayed and did their little conference. Their little talk. Gotcha. So I'm not going to go through this. I mean, that's why all this stuff. It's kind of we just talked about. But I had other things where we decided to. Bitcoin is scarce. That's their kind of reason for getting to this strategic reserve. Again, I think they believe, like I do too, that they can help and maybe pay down a debt with this stuff. From ahead, right?
Love it.
Look at that, my man. Good to see him, man. That's what I'm talking about.
That hoodie?
Apex. It is. Look at that guy. How you doing, bro?
What up? How we doing? How we living?
Doing great, man. Doing U.S. just accepted Bitcoin, so we're on a whole nother level now, man. Like, what you doing?
The chart went up, right?
A little bit, a couple percentage, right?
I'm just joking. I'm just giving FOMO that time.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think the Trump token went up. Just a little bit of Bitcoin. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, I mean, I to me it was like expected. Like, I mean, especially like the first time for me, like I don't know the word I'm looking for, but prediction. I mean, speculation.
Yeah.
It's like we've seen it with this meme coin, right? It's like everyone, rallying up. Oh, he's going to talk about it. Oh, he's going to talk about it, and then doesn't, right? And then he always, whenever he does talk about anything or give good news or anything bullish, it's like on the weekend when no one in like the IRL world, like the non-crypto world, is paying attention. Right. So it's like he slips some new crypto news in, and then like sets like this expectation or speculation amongst like all of us Web3 people. Like, oh, there's going to be another big announcement this week when he has that talk on Thursday. He's going to talk about Bitcoin or talk about this or Doge or that, and then doesn't, right?
Yeah.
And then it goes back down, right? And then they buy it back up, and so it's just kind of interesting. I figured, what happened today would happen. Like Not that the market tanked or anything, but it
no,
wasn't like, yeah, you didn't see it run.
no, not at all. Look at FOMO. You see FOMO? He's got his hoodie on, man.
I'm representing, man.
But now he looks like he's in the trenches.
Representing, man.
That's right. That's
You know
it.
Look at that, man. Yeah.
FOMO
I'm
in the
waiting
cut.
for that moment, man. Like there's gonna be some kind of crazy omega candle, But yes, it's never
Oh yeah.
it's never we always get these news things where you think it's gonna be, but it's not. Yeah.
I was just talking to, or not talking, but swapping speculations with like FFV on X. There's someone on X. And yeah, and basically I was saying like we were talking about ETH and you posted like a within the last 2 years or whatever, like how much you're up or down on Solana, Bitcoin, and ETH, and like ETH you're like down like $50, and Solana you're up 8 over the if you held over the last 3. So it was kind of like a funny thing. But I was just saying like honestly, like I'm comfy, like with the spot thing we talked about, but I don't want to talk about that. It's kind of relevant. But it's like when the dip does happen, and mass adoption comes and all the countries do flood into the market, not just kind of like tossing pennies at it. What you're saying will happen, right? You'll see like God candles everywhere, like
right.
And so knowing that's like people will say it's like, oh, should I buy ADA or XRP, all that. When adoption comes, it's going to send. It's like, okay, yeah, I think everything, not everything, but I think a majority of crypto assets with communities behind it are going to pump, right? But I think we all know like where the tech is, where the majority of like wealth is looking at building on and advancing the tech at. And so Ethereum is the obvious sleeper, and I think it's like meant to be that way almost, like because if you're new to this space, Ethereum kind of seems like this like stale dinosaur that doesn't really do anything, and it was like cool back in the day, but I don't know why anyone uses it anymore. Like new people to crypto, right? Because they're all on Solana and all this other stuff. But I think you're gonna see, Solana kind of had its year, or other side chains, things like that had their year, I would say. People playing around in the casino, and you're going to see the market shift back over 2025 into 2026 to where tech is going to be built at, right? Which I think Ethereum is the main, or one of the main, if not the main place you're going to see tech being built and pushed, right? At a government level, at like big money level, right? So bullish on ETH.
Right on. Bullish on ETH. That's right. Kingfisher said media standard equal burying the lead story by releasing it. 5 p.m. Friday. That's what they do all the time. Right on, Kingfisher. And Buffy B, she's crazy.
Yes, I do. Yeah. Hey, Buffy B. Yes, I do see the unicorn right out of his hoodie.
Ethereum, blue collar network. Love it. There it is. It is, right? And I mean, and like I said, we know that World Liberty Financial, that's all they keep stacking over there is ETH. I personally think that the weekend announcements were a strategic plan to force traditional markets to adopt 24-hour schedules. What are your thoughts, gents? Ooh, look at Red XP. Yeah, right. I mean, that's the awesome thing about with all this tokenizing everything, tokenizing assets, real world assets.
Not Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't take a day off, right?
Never. I know that's what he's saying, right?
Yeah.
I do.
Market stop. I mean, come on, let's go.
It is.
What's your thought on that, Apex? Having the Dow Jones Industrial Average be ranking 7 days a week,
24/7. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just remain kind of solid where I'm at. I just think it's going to be pretty, like, my opinion that you guys have seen over, the past time is I'm pretty neutral on that. And I think the market is more so going to be pretty neutral. Like, I think you could see spikes, right? Like Bitcoin, let's say next week, maybe, right? Runs back up to 100, but I think it comes back down. I don't think we're
there yet.
I guess more so like people that I guess even more so like people that say we haven't in this last cycle or whatever went through a bull or experienced a bull. Like, like I don't know what world people were living in, but we definitely experienced a nice little bull cycle.
Yeah.
Maybe people were just in the wrong area of the space, but So I think so. A lot of people's speculation of where the cycle's at is off, right?
Yeah, the
So
expectations. Yeah.
yeah, I think that yeah, I mean, I don't want to give like my speculation of where I think the market's going, but I just think, like I said, you're going to see governments are starting to come in and play, and they're going to get the prices they want. And there's a lot of things that there's a lot of moves that have to be made across like not just the United States, like every country. Like this isn't just like the crypto bros anymore, right? This is like big things at play. Like how are they going to put this, like implement this institutionally? Like how are other countries going to, you know, interact with their investment? Like are they going to buy an amount of Bitcoin and lock it up? Or like just you're going to see different things start happening with large amounts of circulation, right? And we all know what happens when you take things out of circulation, especially an asset that has high demand, right? And
Yeah.
so, like I've said a lot, and I really believe this, like, and people that saw it with NFTs or were here with NFTs, you saw it with the crypto punks is the most obvious one, right? But you
Right.
like there was a point in time you couldn't buy a crypto punk, like
Right.
you couldn't buy one, like you literally couldn't buy one. Didn't
Yeah.
matter how much you, in theory, right? Maybe you could put $1 billion and someone would have sold one on an offer, but you couldn't straight buy it on the market. And I see a day at some point in my lifetime, almost Bitcoin's like that. Like they're like, yeah, there's a market price, but no one's selling at that
Right.
price. And people are like back in the old days of Bitcoin where you're putting price orders in and like, okay, yeah, I'll sell at that price type of things going on. I just think you'll see Bitcoin and I think Ethereum also be assets of luxury where it's like, it's not so much like everyone's going to be transacting those assets. Those are more so like you look at like today, no one's like moving around gold. No one's moving around, you know, things like that at like a normal level, like a everyday person level, right?
Right.
But yeah.
No, absolutely, man. And Ed said ETH is the OG chain, the original recipe. Love it, man. Right on.
Yeah.
Now I did pull these up, and I it might not, you know, might be a little off now, right? But it's all good. I know we've seen this before, but I'm doing this for a reason because I found a clown. I found a clown after this announcement and all this. So much hate because they hate this guy, right? They're gonna look like clowns in like 30 years, like this thing, right? And this is only like a minute 26, but this is what they were talking about with the internet back in the day. And then I'll show you what I'm talking about with people just saying this Bitcoin is like Beanie Babies, man, which is stupid. It's the dumbest thing. You know, it's crazy. But let's take a listen. Yeah.
To translate that as opposed to doing that little tease.
Oh, that's
that little
right.
mark with the A and then the ring around it.
At.
See, that's what I said. Katie said she thought it was about.
Yeah. Oh.
But I'd never heard
Or
it.
around
I'd never
or
heard it
about.
said. I'd always
That's
seen the
right.
mark, but never heard
Yeah.
it said. And then it
Yeah.
sounded stupid when I said it. Violence at NBC.
Yeah, I heard
be around
big
or
fight
about.
up in the lunchroom the other
See,
week.
there it is. Violence at NBC. GE.com. I mean,
Well, Allison should know.
what
do you
is
say to that,
internet
Allison?
anyway?
Internet is that
Massive computer
right,
network.
the one that's becoming really big now.
What do you mean? That's big. How does one? What do you?
But that's a little refresher because now, and I'm just saying, this was just today because, you know, we got into this strategic Bitcoin reserve, and then you got this. And listen, it's not about whatever, the person itself, right? But to listen, and I'm sorry, it's 4 minutes, but you got to listen. It's crazy. Like I said, to equate Bitcoin to stinking Beanie Babies, man. It's like it's most ridiculous take I've ever seen. Right?
You know, Ralph Macchio is totally out of control.
He said, "Ralph, you're so stupid, Ralph." But listen, all I'm saying is, people, it's a shame. You're gonna look back to that like this, like that internet thing, right?
Do it, Ray. We should do a side by side. We should work on that now.
By no means a crypto expert. I'm not going to give you a lecture on blockchain or meme coins or any of that. I don't know, and B, I don't care. But I do think it's worth looking at this crypto thing a little bit, only because it is a deeply, deeply old-fashioned, simple scam at this point, which points right to the White House. News from the White House tonight really gives us no choice. You have to look at it. Hopefully the broad strokes of crypto trading are not complicated. It's like when there was the Beanie Baby craze in the late 90s. People started buying these stuffed animals, right? Beanie Babies, kind of inherently not worth much, but people were speculating on them, right? It was a Beanie Baby trading bubble. Other than maybe some emotional value if you had one as a child, Beanie Babies didn't have much inherent value.
So I'm not going to play the whole form, but that's what I'm saying. It's absolutely ridiculous to if you looked at this and you're supposed to have some understanding or what. And I'm not. She just said she's not into crypto, but to equate Bitcoin with Beanie Babies, I mean, come on, really? I'm just saying that's lazy, bro.
Yeah, she was just like one word off from not sounding how she sounded.
He said one word off.
Yeah, I mean, if she would have just replaced like crypto or Bitcoin and talking specifically about that and talk about NFTs, she would have been more
Right.
around
NFT, yeah.
a solid statement. But
right. But
yeah.
not Bitcoin on the day Bitcoin is now starting to you're going to play this game theory where all these countries now are going to have to pile in, and any country that does not pile in, you're going to lose the game, right? And that's going to be the point now.
Yeah.
So
And see, and I'll just say, realize what she said. Like, I try to listen to people for her. Like, obviously, if you know me, I obviously don't align with anything she said, right?
Right.
But also realize that's how 99% of the people, when you walk outside and you look around and walk by, that's how they're going to look at it and how they probably currently view it, right? And another thing to take into deep root when you're not that person and you're the person on the other side, like us in the room and maybe in the chat, is those people, by the time it clicks or by the time they even realize it's not Beanie Babies and everything, you're not going to be able to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I don't mean you're not going to be able to buy it, because we all know it's fractionalized. You'll always be able to buy it. And there'll always be opportunity in those, no matter the price, right? But we know where we're at, right? And they're going to be, by the time they come in, that's another reason why I lean so hard on how I feel about certain assets. Is when they come in, then like Solana, Sui, all those, that's going to be what they're playing in, or what they think they should be playing in, right? Because they're going to look and see Bitcoin 1 million and Ethereum, upwards of 7, and be like, oh wow, I can't buy that. I mean, it'll be just the same thing it was before when Bitcoin was 10K and everyone's like, oh, I can't afford that.
Well, my point is all you have to do is some research. You're supposed, if that's a journalist, right? You could literally look, and I've never seen BlackRock start hodling Beanie Babies, right? I've never seen some of these institutions that are supposedly, obviously very good in finance, start hodling tulips, right? It's just kind of goofy when you start seeing all these things, these ETFs that have broken records of amassing billions of dollars, greater than any other asset, and then you go and say ridiculous things like that.
I think it's just lazy news reporting, right?
Yeah,
it's just lazy. I mean, there's no homework whatsoever.
But I think right now, the majority of people that are in the space are just like her, and the people that listen to it that didn't go do research after, where that's their only news and the only thing they know about the space. I think you guys already know, I think a big AI and agent, language learning models, things like that, big thing's going to push this year. And something else I think is it's going to be mainstream to the point of the masses no longer is going to listen to Joe Rogan and make their opinion of what cryptocurrency is and what the blockchain is anymore. And it's going to be at a commercial level on Netflix and everything on how easy, stop using Google, just ask this anything, you know what I mean? Oh, you don't know crypto, instead of how we used to have to figure it out and do research and go figure out what crypto is from different people's opinions and break it down, which opinion is actually good and which one's bag bias. Now, you just have a system that's giving you the information of what the technology is, rather than always having to listen on, people speculating and other people's opinions, right? Which I think will speed up the crypto space. Because right now it's, bro, to go tell a normal person right now that doesn't use AI, go learn about crypto and understand what this space is. Dude,
Right.
it's more hard than when I first came into the space because now it's even more cluttered with like
Garbage.
BS, right?
Right.
Yeah, with garbage that like is just trying to get people to do certain things because of bag bias reasons, not
Right.
actual technology or like what's pushing the space and the ethos forward, right? So
Right.
I think that's a big thing that's going to be with AI is
Scam.
AI will push hyper speed the
Yeah.
crypto space.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. But here's some more things. Banks, look at this. OCC says banks can engage in crypto custody and certain stablecoin activities now. And if you know OCC, the Office of Comptroller of the Currency said the federally regulated banks can now engage in various cryptocurrency activities without prior approval. So there you go. The United States now with these banks, now they're into it, FOMO, and now they're not going to be booting us. And
They're not going to be booting out some people
they're
anymore.
not going to be booting. They're not going to be booting people out anymore, man. So again, he expects banks to have the same strong risk management controls in place to support novel bank activities as they do in traditional currencies and things like that, right? So there you go, man. I mean, it's all starting to open up, and it's a great thing. It's a great thing to see. We've been here, and now we're seeing it, come alive. It's awesome. But I'm going to skip the 3, right? And I want to go to my last thing because I was supposed to do that last night. Then we're going to get to battling. Yeah. I had to bring this up because this is kind of cool, man. I mean, I like things that have huge and big ideas, man. And this one right here, it was kind of crazy, right? Let me pull it up real quick and show the website real quick. I'm just looking here. But this is a supercomputer that they're building. It's on a layer 1 blockchain supercomputer. And let me get over there. I think this is it. No, that's the blog. Oh no, that is the. Come on, man. How did I not have it? Really? Is this it? Give me a second, everybody. Oh, this is their actual chain. Hold on. Great. That's the testnet explorer. Then look, FOMO. He left.
I'm not leaving. I had to solve something. Mr. FOMO head's still at work.
Is he?
Cracking heads. What are you thinking?
I hear you. I know you're working. Oh, it's up there at the top. I knew it was up there.
I love it.
But like when people think of big ideas, man, I give this one an A+ for big ideas because they're trying to be a planetary scale supercomputer, right? So it kind of cool, man. And for them to accomplish something like that, I want to play the video because it is very interesting. I like when I find these things. Hold on.
Hi, I'm Daniel, founder and CEO of Nexus. I'm excited to share what's coming next as we continue to deliver on our mission of enabling the verifiable internet. A new internet is only possible if we create a new kind of supercomputer, the most powerful one ever. That's why we're building the Nexus Layer 1, a planetary scale supercomputer. Operating at an unprecedented scale, the Nexus Layer 1 will concentrate all the world's compute power into a single blockchain, and then condense the entire internet into a single proof. The blockchain we're building is designed for mass adoption, ultra-high performance, and global commerce, a true world computer. As we continue to grow, we need your help. We think of Nexus as an operating system that makes it possible to build and run world-scale applications. We want these applications to be global, indestructible, and ultra-performant. We are building an internet that operates on the bedrock of verifiability, an internet that will enable new kinds of global commerce and collaboration. Powerful business interactions will become a reality. The combination of the Nexus CKVM, the Nexus Supercomputer Network, and now the Nexus Layer 1 enables us to build something that was impossible before, a world operating system. One of the biggest innovations of the Nexus Layer 1 is that the network becomes more powerful with every new node that joins. Thanks to the hyper-parallel nature of the system, the compute power of the network increases with every single connected node. This means that each person makes an impact. Each node you contribute makes an impact. We envision an infinite ecosystem of applications, including Layer 2s, Layer 3s, Layer 4s, and more, designed to take advantage of this new type of highly performant parallelized L1. This will all be condensed into a single universal proof. We call this the proof singularity. The creation of the Nexus Layer 1 isn't an endpoint, it's a starting point. We look forward to sharing the rest of our roadmap about what we're building soon, and to watch with you as the many networks that will become part of the Nexus ecosystem begin to launch and flourish. For now, join us and learn more about how to contribute to this mission. Connect at nexus.xyz.
Great find, Ray.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, even too, they got other things like the community. Yeah, they achieved in this test net, and it is the test net, so it's not the whole live chain operating, but it achieved 325,000 new smart contracts deployed and 56,000 new tokens launched on this test net. Right. The community engagement is supposedly, again, I don't know. I haven't been in there playing it, but there's a lot of people participating, creating these nodes, doing this stuff. And listen, I don't know if Apex knows this stuff or I know you're not a tech guy, FOMO, but it says it boasts an impressive metric such as 112 quadrillion flops of computing power and 60 million verifiable hertz of peak throughput. So again, I don't know what that really, and I'm being honest because I don't know computer stuff like that, but that seems like it's pretty powerful and doing some things. They do have some partnerships that are starting to materialize. Consensus Services, Finoa, Assistic, and the technology right there you see with the zero knowledge proofs, ZKMs, and things like that. So they're, like I said, I just look at these type of things, and it seems like a big idea. There isn't a token. There isn't a Nexus token yet, right? Anything like that. I just, like I said, I found it. I know they're working on it. You hear them talking about the test net. So, might be something to just kind of keep an eye on where it does actually go live and launch. So just saying, kind of crazy. And there you go. Right. So we going to get battling this, but we should battle in the mob, man. Got the mob, got the Apex. That's what I'm talking about, man. We played the announcement. That was awesome stuff, bro. We just didn't have the sound.
Are you talking about the mob update video?
Yeah, the mob update video, man.
The mob update, the video that went in the news updates.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Oh, look, here we go. I deal in teraflops, and this is interesting. Thank you. Right on, George. Right on. Cool. It is crazy. But everybody, if you jump into mob, we're gonna go mob into mob. Right on. We ain't got no music, got nothing, man. You
What
got
happens if am I still here?
Yeah, you're
Am I
still
still
here.
here?
Yeah, man. You were. Now you're blanked out.
Blanked out.
Yeah.
Well,
He said, "Well."
yeah, I'm like deciding. I'm like, well, I either go battle or I have my face on the camera.
Yeah, it's all good. Unless you have something, anything, if you got something to, announce, it's up to you, bro. But that's fine.
Yeah. Are you? Yeah. I mean, I think the video, for anyone that watched the video, I mean, there's obviously a lot in there, that you can dig through. It's definitely a video probably you want to watch more than once and find what's going on in there. But yeah, updates coming sooner than soon. is all I'll say. So be ready, you know what I mean? Take advantage of the now, like I always say. And yeah, and lock in. The update should be fun. There's a lot. I'll say it's well, I mean, it's a massive update. There's a lot of things going into it. There's also an update happening um, on the drop side with the drops team. So you'll see an update taking place on that side of the experience as well. And so I think it'll be a lot of fun. It's kind of the next little stepping stone into like the game itself. Obviously, right now, as you guys are doing, like everyone's can earn the rewards, battle, and start um, climbing the ranks, right? Which is kind of like, in my opinion, the main goal, right? Is to
Very
climb the
important.
ranks and climb the
Yeah.
ranks and get up that leaderboard, right?
Yeah.
And so everyone's kind of been experiencing that, right? The side of, working, doing jobs, going to social media and grinding on posts. Um, and so this next little phase is kind of bringing the crypto assets that everyone has been getting involved in through Mob and through the drops portal. Now you will be able to start interacting with those assets, right?
Right.
And so pretty cool. I mean, for anyone that was, getting into drops and, is experiencing their portfolio, getting, into assets and watching the price and going and looking at the token and the community and things like that. You kind of got to experience a portfolio, right? Which is the main thing, getting to
Yeah.
start your portfolio. I think a lot of people don't even get to experience that in general. And
Mhm.
so um, that was kind of the main thing to start off, is everyone experiencing building that portfolio, what that looks like, how do you build a portfolio, and also experiencing the side of, what do you do? Do you stay? Do you diamond hand the whole time? Do you
Right.
move to something else? And that's more of like where the next step of this game is going, right?
Yeah.
Of now you get to make, you were making gamified decisions on where you want to put your bolts, what kind of drops you want to get in. And now you're making even further decisions, gamified decisions with your portfolio itself, right?
Right.
Do you stay in the asset? Is it going to pump? Do you want to get into a stable and get out of it because it might dip? Do you want to get back into bolts to go, get another, hunt another drop, another runner? Or, do you maybe have some bills to pay this week and you need to cash out, or a family emergency or something, and need to get that capital into your wallet, right?
Right.
Those are that's briefly, I guess, a lot of what people are going to start experiencing, right?
Yeah.
And then the main side of all of it, in my opinion, is, how people are going to start learning and experiencing on how to work for their portfolio, right? And what that looks like. Um, how do you get into a token and, get a group of people and go work for your bags, go to the project, hit up the founders, like what it looks like with, us three in here. We've all experienced the trenches, like buying and flipping and, pump fund and all that. But there's a lot of people in the space that have never experienced that side of it, right? So like
Right.
a lot of people don't understand, like, we can go, all of us go throw $50 in a token on pump fund right now, and, brand new token, and now we can all go work for our bags, right? And try to, do something with that. And we know, us three up here and other people in the space, how beneficial and how valuable that can be for you and your portfolio, right?
Oh yeah.
And so now you're going to get to do that in Mob, right?
Yeah.
In an ultra safe environment, right? Where people are going to be able to. What I'll say is people will get to experience kind of how I've played in markets before, right? And maybe even like if they're mobbing like crazy, maybe even experience more than I have in markets, right? Depending
Right.
on how they move their bolts, how they move their portfolio, right?
Well,
So
or even using the coordination that the mob does. That's amazing, bro. You know what I mean? Everybody's going and making noise on certain things, and it's very cool, bro. Like they can how, and like even too how you can even some you might start seeing that they create their own whatever channel, and how easy it is to invite the mob bot and all that stuff in channels and stuff, bro. It's very cool.
yeah, yeah. I mean, really, the biggest thing for me is I think it's going to be cool I think it's going to be really cool, and people are going to find out how to form groups to really go work for their portfolios.
Mhm.
Is what I think people are going to start figuring out and having fun with, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because you see how we can go make an impact, just like little mobs that I don't even say mobs, just little raids, community raids that people do, right?
Yeah.
And that's just like, for engagement. But flip the mindset now for people doing mob raids or jobs. And now it's like instead of like, oh, I'm just trying to go get, more, mob rewards, it's like I'm trying to go pump that bag so I can, move out of my portfolio back into a stable and get back into bolts, or I mean, play the game further, right?
Sure.
Rather than just looking at it like I don't know, like you're just going to the post to go to the post. People will
Right.
start realizing the purpose of why they're going places, right?
Yeah.
And people will realize they don't, right? So you'll see people that the game, they're not, that good in the game, right?
Right.
And take notes on maybe why other people are producing better in the game and growing their portfolio better than you are. What are they doing that you're not, right?
Right. Yeah. Because what you
Yeah, I
post
mean,
matters. Yeah.
it should be yeah, I mean, it should be super exciting on that. And then on the side of on drops, I don't know if I won't get
Oh, go
super
ahead.
into it, but I mean,
Go ahead, man.
you'll be able to you'll be able to do all your own research right within the ecosystem, right?
Right.
Is what I'll say. So you'll get experience charts, even on the side of you can go in there from the outside perspective and just shopping from there, right? So
Right.
going and buying my ape coin directly from drops type thing, right? And not
Yeah.
needing to go to deck screen or somewhere else, right? To buy it. I can just buy it directly from there, watch my charts, um, customize my views, some pretty cool stuff, right? And then obviously, you know, people will realize how to work for their bags on there too, right?
Right. Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah. No, I mean that's like you said. It's like
but
the best financial game I've ever seen because you can just be in here, obviously using your time instead of money, and like you said, people have never experienced any of this, right? Doing anything like this with trades or being in the first in. That's why I like, and I know I make fun of with the meme coin stuff and some of that stuff sometimes, but that's the cool part is you're ahead of VCs and all these other people that has always been in before anybody else. Now these people get to experience that because you can, when I like it when you guys sometimes hit it and you see you only had to put in like $50, right? And the thing runs up and you had several $1,000s, right? I know we got to exit and do that thing sometimes, but still that's the beautiful part, right?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, 1000%.
Yeah.
That'll yeah, it'll be cool to see you know, people grinding. I mean, because really like what people have already been doing, that's the name of the game. So I mean, this is kind of just like opening up the next stage of gameplay, but the core root of like the goal of what you're doing is still the same, right? Like,
Right.
I mean, mobbing, like, doing battles, doing jobs, right? Doing some other things like tasks that I didn't talk about, but that are coming, right? And accomplishing goals within the within the game to stack your portfolio, right? Because I mean, realize like bolts are also in a way part of your portfolio, right?
Right.
And so people will see, and people have already seen that have played in drops a little bit. You know what can happen when you know with the amount of bolts that you put in. Sometimes you put bolts and stuff, and you know at 5x, at 10x, and you're like, oh whoa, this is so cool, you know. And maybe if it was now, you would have swapped out, right? Or not, but I mean, you got to experience that, right? And then you
Right.
saw ones, you know, you put bolts in, and then you know it hit by when the drop completed and it hit your portfolio, it was like already to zero. I mean, so like you're gonna get to experience, keep experiencing that, right?
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, the ranks is the
That's
name of the game, right? Build your portfolio and
and
climb the
rank up.
ranks, right?
And rank up. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's
Huge.
your rank? Yeah.
What's in your
Yeah.
absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
And
And
then
what?
the other
Hey,
good.
hey, and what's your portfolio rank? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right? That's right. No, that's it is cool, man. And just so you know, everybody, I'm over there. I'm about to run a job. So just saying. Everybody
In
battle up.
Web3 Wise Guys, Ray?
Huh? Yeah, I'm Web3 Wise guy.
Wise Guys, you got it, brother. We're
Yep.
battling in Web3 Wise Guys right now, too, Ray.
No, we're battling mob.
Nope, we moved over to Web3 Wise Guys.
Oh, you guys. All right. Here we go. Doing the job. Just give me a second, everybody.
You take your time, Ray. We got a minute to go.
Right on, bro. Got him. He said a minute. Oh, you mean the battle?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, let me put something. Well, we've been talking. That's why.
Only up? Up only, Ray?
Up only where?
Just in life, Apex? Up only, what we saying, Ray? Apex,
Up only.
Up only, baby?
Up only.
Well, that's how it is in the mob too. I mean, you're in for time, bro. It's always up. That's how it's cool.
Activity is your new currency, baby.
Activity is your currency.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna keep it. Let's see, it's Friday, so
Always has been, really. You just didn't get the reward for it. You just made everyone else the reward.
All right, job's up. There we go. Pay now. Right on. But yeah, man, I'm pumped. So everybody better kind of pay attention. Pay attention when he's saying things like this. He's not
Lock in, Ray. Lock it in.
For real. He's not just saying it. You better pay attention. All right.
Hey, I got you here, Apex. What was that new 4-letter word that we didn't figure out?
I'm trying to think of the acronym now.
Like A something something.
A. What's it? AOAT. AOAT, yeah?
It could be, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, AOAT. AOAT. Yeah. I mean, all I'm saying is just know Apex called it. If it becomes like a thing and no one deciphers it by then, I'll like publicly decipher it and be like, yo, I called it. But yeah, I made the acronym. I've never heard anyone use it, or if anyone even knows what it is. I don't know if anyone's deciphered it. Might just be an Apex only type of thing.
All right. What's your rank? Just finishing up. Gee. All right, here we go. Look at the, come on. Did I missed my own job, bro?
Happens to me all the time.
He said it happens to me all. Oh no, I'm close. That's crazy. That happens to me all the time.
Bro, if it happened to me and like, you know, I'm like writing this post, you know, sometimes I give like one-liners, sometimes two-liners, sometimes long ones. But I'd be like doing a job and I miss it and I don't get paid. And I go through it and I see someone saying like, awesome, rocks. Like that, and I'm like, bro.
Yeah, he's got. That's nice. That he'll come through. So we got someone that's nice.
There we go, Matt Gary. Love them.
playing a dangerous game.
Yeah, look what Jim wrote.
Look at
Happy
Jim.
Friday, Ray Light. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.
Right on, Jim. You the man, brother. Thanks for joining us.
There's two other people on the show. Where's some love for Apex and FOMO Head?
Apex, he never even mentions anybody else. He's funny.
The boys. There you go. Under the radar.
Yes, there you go. That's funny. I like that Buffy. She's going. Yes, but all good. Yes.
Oh my goodness, that's a
funny times. Oh, look at there. You got snipers. Red XP. Hey, when you do the @ things, shouldn't you put like a period from what I hear? No? Or the hashtag? Well, I thought you never thought with that stuff. It like like it ghosts you or something.
What are you talking about?
When you're posted, right? And look at like for example, Red XP. See, he starts out with @Grok or hashtag, right?
No.
Don't do
hashtags.
Okay, but the @ is fine.
Don't be a boomer. But the @ is how you're talking to someone. Hashtag doesn't have anything to do. Hashtags are dead, at least on X, right? But on like how you talk to people, you would tag them first, right? Now, if you tag someone, if you start your post with a tag, it's invisible to the timeline, right? Now, not in the comments, it'll show up in the comments. But if you like started a post right now, like @FOMOhead, awesome show tonight, show rock, thanks for helping us out, blah blah blah. No one's gonna see that post. It doesn't show up on your timeline anywhere, and FOMO is the only one that sees it. And so what you're saying, like maybe you see people are starting like period space @Grok. That's because they want it to show up on their timeline and in their feed, and not just like not be seen by anybody. And so they're just engagement farming, right? But and then the period thing is like the reason the reason people still do it is it's a quick response. Like your response is gonna hit whatever thing it's on before anybody and be at the top and people see it, right? But I think I'm assuming that's why they're doing that, because I've seen people doing the period space @Grok.
Yeah.
That's why I think people are doing it. But I mean, but hashtag, like literally Elon himself has said multiple times, don't use hashtags on that.
So why does Grok do that then? I ask Grok for sometimes things and it throws in hashtag. Why Grok do it?
Probably because it looks at your profile and goes, yep, he needs hashtags.
He said this guy he's over here on shilling. He's a shiller. So yes,
they never used a hashtag with me. I'm saying.
All right, I got you. Well, that's good to know.
You got 300 pengus over there, Frank.
Let me get some shout out.
Was that from yesterday? No, that was from yesterday. I didn't see the date.
Hey, we've been playing some games over there too. Apex. I like the abstract, man. It's good stuff over there.
Yeah, I was I just wish I had more time.
I hear you, bro.
I mean, it's like I did like one thing on abstract, and then I got like back into that Discord stuff and gotten a couple things to get whitelisted, and then the mint came up, and then I totally like didn't even like do any of them. But yeah, obviously like I'm Penguin bullish on abstract, to the moon, LFG, diamond hands, never left. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, I think abstract, it'll be interesting to see over, let's just say, the next year, give it a year, let's say, to see you know, what type of moves they make in the streaming space. Like if it becomes like a hub for content creators, I mean, you know, coming and streaming, because like how much longer are people going to stay sitting on X and streaming and not getting rewarded? And then let's say even X did do a reward system for doing on X, you know, there's still be a good user base that just wants to be in that Web3 ecosystem because that's like where we're at, right? And what we want, right? And so they prefer to hang over there. Like you could see it maybe become, you know, the next Clubhouse over the next year or so, right? With you know, good footwork, maybe, right?
Right. Right on.
So bullish on abstract.
I hear you, man. And they keep, you know, you can even, you know, have like that's what I like with the Grok and all this cursor, all these different tools now. You know, people, you know, you can upload things over there too, apps and things like that as you're, you know, being a content creator and all that stuff. It's very cool, man. So, yep. You build any games yet? Apex? You do any of that? No.
Yeah, I went and I was gonna like, again, just to shout more time. I was gonna make like the game and then make a big thread about it and like, oh, this will be super cool. But I ended up just making the game and being like, yeah, this was dope, and then going on and continuing to work. Yeah, work. But I didn't even completely finish it to like where I would put it out, like I was saying, and where people can follow you and stuff like that. But I built a functional game. I built Frogger, right? Of course. But and so that was pretty cool, right? And you'll see that continue to become a thing, like you were just talking about abstract. Like over the next year, also I see X being that type of, you know, that type of environment happening over on X.
All the creation, all the content. Yeah.
Not at scale. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it looks like yet. If it's like we're all going to be playing the top asteroid game and competing in that one, or if it's going to be real micro base where like us 5 are playing this game and we think it's cool and it's like a fad. You know what I mean? Where who knows? But definitely cool, right?
Yeah. No, absolutely, bro. Right on. Yeah. Well, that's cool, bro.
Yeah, AI.
We're just touching the surface. I know, bro. It's gonna get wild. I'm just, you know, that's where I'm at. My whole feed now, that's all it is AI, dude. I mean, I try to get crypto to come back a little bit, but my feed is just straight AI stuff, right? And then that MCP stuff I've been telling you about. It's crazy.
Yeah, bro. It's hard to think the next 12 months, 24 months, because like having a little bit of understanding of how fast technology is moving right now, like who knows where we're at? Like, I mean, I know where we're going, but how fast are we getting to those steps is like really the question. And when we hit certain steps in this AI and this tech, what it's going to do to the economy is like, it's insane. It's going to like slingshot. Like, bro, people won't, like, well, I guess what I'll say is like, people won't go to Google. People won't go to ESPN. People won't go to YouTube. People won't go to Amazon. People won't go to all these places. Like you would think like, oh, they're the fucking, or excuse my language. They're this empire. You know what I mean? They'll never fall, right? You're going to see the world change. It's not necessarily they're going to fall. It's like a new era is beginning. And it doesn't look like what we think the world looks like, is my opinion. Yeah.
Sure.
So that's why I try to just stay focused on the finance side of where crypto's going, and always trying to keep a crazy open mind of where we're about to be with tech, because it's literally unfathomable. So you have to live in that mindset of like the world around you, because that's where we're going. Right.
That's where, 100%. Yeah, man. Appreciate it, bro. No, good stuff, huh?
Great alpha, Apex.
Yeah.
Deserve.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, bro. And yeah, everybody better pay attention, lock in, and you better rank up. Serious, for reals. For reals.
Yeah, I mean this. If you stuck around this long, this weekend, definitely, I would say don't be taking the weekend off. Be up early in the morning, get your coffee in you. It should be a fun weekend, to say the least. So if you thought about bouncing out this weekend and taking the weekend off of technology and Telegram and everything, it might not be the weekend to be doing so.
It's not the weekend to unplug. It's not the weekend to unplug. That's right.
Yeah, not the weekend. Don't touch grass, touch mob. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's right.
that's the type of weekend it is, and that's really the alpha. Because I mean, one thing I'll say is, over this weekend, in the Telegram chat, maybe even tonight, I'll be talking a lot with people about just going through like what we're experiencing, like how should we move, like how do we go work for our bags, like just talking like about like what this all looks like, right? And answering people's not questions about how it works, but like, what should I do? I'm not going to tell you what to do, but it's like how do you go work for your portfolio is like the type of conversations I'll be having in the Telegram, right? And helping people understand what that looks like and how you do it if you don't know. And so definitely weekend, like if you've been not tapped in or whatever, like definitely don't miss this weekend in the Telegram. Going to be a lot to tap into, and especially if you haven't been tapped in, it'll be a good thing to just kick it in there all day and get a recap, ask questions you don't know, and get dialed back in for the week, right? Because it'll be a big week as well, right?
Right on. Yeah. No, so you'll be in the voice chat. That's awesome, bro. Love it. Don't miss it, because you can get a lot of the questions that you have answered, and it's terrible when people start reaching out and doing this individually. He's telling you, you're gonna be here, so take advantage of that. That's great.
Yeah, and I know people be like have stuff going on Sundays. So obviously we'll be going harder on Saturday, and I'll be more in there on Saturday. Might pop in there a little on Sunday, and
right.
So definitely come pop in and take advantage of the the group session going on in the Telegram.
Right.
Most definitely.
Yep. Absolutely, bro.
And take advantage of the now.
It's true. I know. It's
What's your rank?
He's trying to help you.
What's your rank?
It's
Friday.
I didn't know.
It's Friday. You were gonna go to bed early, but you could just that one day sometimes is like the day. You shouldn't have went to bed early and just locked in, put your head down, and changed the future of your bloodline. But up to you. You know what I'm saying?
It is up to you. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I heard it all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you, brother. And I know are they doing mob after they're doing it in the spaces? Yeah or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I'll be around. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Mob in the Zen Degen's Twitter. I always want to say Night Owl.
I know.
Yes.
But no, man, appreciate it, brother. Thank you for joining us, and anytime, please. You always got great announcements. You got good takes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I try to not talk as much because then I get myself in trouble.
It's all good, man. No, thank you, man. And take advantage of the Telegram, everybody. All right? Yep. Thank you. Hey, smash the like button. Thanks for joining us, Apex. Thank you, FOMO head. We'll see you, man. Lock in.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Yeah, bro.
Much love.
Love
Much love, man. Yep. So.
Earning that mob respect, never down. When I grinding, yeah, I know I'm running wild. Working every angle, crypto styled. Jobs on the fly, gains coming in strong. Paying up, respect, power all along. And I'll dive in. I'll give it all I got. Running with the mob, always taking that shot. Yeah, we're rising, yeah, we're breaking the sea. From the drops to the winds, living the dream. We're tapping down in a furious round. And MLB, we're going all in, no doubt. Gonna be a top pick winner with a twist. Level up, power on, let's do this. Tap it down, never slowing down. Big games, yeah, we wear the crown. Mobbing up, breaking through, ready for the bout. Tap it in, tap it out, yeah, we gonna tap.